Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is part 3 of topic cysts of orofacial region. The topics which we are going to discuss today is radicular cyst. This is very important topic for your university examinations. It comes as a long full-fledged question. So let's begin. Now radicular cyst is also known as periapical cyst or apical periodontal cyst or root end cyst. Why is it named so? Because as we move ahead, we will see कि if this is the tooth, this radicular cyst is located in the apical area of the non-vital tooth. So this is called as root end cyst, located at the end of the root, or you can say at the apical area of the root. Next point, this is associated with the non-vital tooth always. This is very important point, ताकि कभी भी हमको एक cyst से दूसरी cyst को differentiate करना होगा. Then this is very important point that radicular cyst is always and always associated with a non-vital tooth. Third is, it is most commonly seen in the maxillary anterior teeth, mandibular molars and premolars. Now there are two variants of the radicular cyst. Radicular cyst के दो types देखने को मिल सकते हैं. एक type होता है जिसमें we will see the lumen lined by an epithelium and not at all in contact with the root canal. रूट कैनाल से इस सिस्ट का कोई कॉन्टैक्ट नहीं होता है, कोई कंटिन्यूएशन नहीं होता है. दिस टाइप ऑफ रेडिकुलर सिस्ट इज नोन एज द ट्रू सिस्ट. इन दिस इमेज वी कैन सी दैट द ल्यूमन is not in line with the root canal. Root canal lumen बिल्कुल अलग है. This is known as the true radicular cyst. And the second variety is the Bay cyst. यहाँ पे हम देख रहे हैं कि ये दांत का root canal जो है वो continuation में है इस cyst के. This is the lumen of the cyst and root canal is in continuation with this cyst. Moving ahead to the very important topic again, which is pathogenesis. किस तरीके से radicular cyst जो है वो बनती है, पहले हम इसको डायग्राम से समझेंगे and then we will study this chart. So see, ये एक टूथ है. इस टूथ में या तो केरीज हो गई या कोई ट्रॉमा हो गया या किसी रीजन की वजह से इन्फेक्शन हुई, जिसकी वजह से रूट कैनाल में इन्फेक्शन आगे बढ़ती गई एंड फाइनली दांत के पेरीअपाइकल एरिया में इन्फेक्शन एंटर हो गया. नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ दिस इन्फेक्शन, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस इन्फ्लेमेशन, व्हाट हैपेंस, वी नो दैट एट द पेरीअपाइकल एरिया ऑफ द टूथ वी हैव सम सेल्स व्हिच आर नोन एज epithelial cell rest of Malassez. You must be knowing that these epithelial cell rest of Malassez are nothing but actually they are the remnants of Hertwig epithelial root sheath. And these epithelial cell rest of Malassez, they are present in the apical periodontal ligament at the apical area of the tooth. We can see here that these cells are located at the apex of the tooth. Now what happens, because of this inflammation, because of caries, because of trauma, whatever the cause, because of the infection moving down along the root canal, it's entering the periapical area, and because of this infection, these epithelial cell rest of Malassez, they are getting stimulated. किसी रीजन की वजह से epithelial cell rest of Malassez जो है वो stimulate हो गए. Now moving ahead, because of this, secondly ये जो epithelial cell rest of Malassez है ये बहुत ज़्यादा proliferate करने लगे. And then we will see that जो आपके सराउंडिंग एपिथेलियल सेल रेस्ट ऑफ Malassez के सेल्स हैं उनका तो सफिशिएंट न्यूट्रिशन उनको प्रोवाइड हो रहा है. दे आर गेटिंग प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिशन फ्रॉम द एडजेसेंट ब्लड वेसल्स, फ्रॉम द सराउंडिंग ब्लड वेसल्स. बट दिक्कत किसको होगी, प्रॉब्लम होगी सेंट्रल सेल्स को. These are the central cells. Central cells of epithelial cell rest of Malassez को प्रॉब्लम होगी बिकॉज उनको प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिशन नहीं मिल रहा है, जिसकी वजह से वो डिजेनरेट होने लगेंगे. These are the central degenerated cells. Okay, we already studied that कि जो epithelial cell rest of Malassez हैं ये stimulate करे because of the infection, because of the inflammation. Stimulate करने की वजह से proliferate हुए ये and उन्होंने एक पूरा mass of the cell बना लिया. They formed a mass. Then जो peripheral cells हैं उनको तो प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिशन, प्रॉपर ब्लड सप्लाई मिल गया एडजेसेंट ब्लड वेसल्स की वजह से, बट जो सेंट्रल सेल्स थे दे आर द सफरर्स, दे आर एक्चुअल सफरर्स एंड दे डीजेनरेटेड. व्हाई? बिकॉज they had to undergo ischemic liquefactive necrosis. Ischemic means blood सप्लाई की कमी होना, ब्लड न्यूट्रिशन की कमी होना, जिसकी वजह से उनकी नेक्रोसिस हो गई एंड दे डीजेनरेटेड. एज दे डीजेनरेटेड वी विल सी सेंट्रल सेल्स की जगह यहाँ पे ल्यूमन की फॉर्मेशन हो जाएगी और जो पेरिफेरल सेल्स थे वो तो एपिथेलियम बन गए. सो वी विल सी formation of a cyst in which we have centrally placed lumen and peripherally lined epithelial lining. So what we got now is a cyst. After that what will happen? Because of the degenerated cells present in the center, it leads to high osmotic pressure in the lumen. Because of this high osmotic pressure, what it will do, वो बाहर सराउंडिंग से वाटर को, फ्लूइड को अपनी तरफ खींचेगा and the H2O, the water, the fluid, it will get accumulated in the lumen. Because of accumulation of fluid in the lumen, obviously what will happen? Cyst will enlarge, and this phase is known as the cyst enlargement. So one of the reasons for the cyst enlargement is high osmotic pressure within the lumen. बहुत सारे और भी रीजंस हो सकते हैं सिस्ट एनलार्जमेंट के, जैसे कि जो आपके सराउंडिंग जो पेरिफेरली प्लेस्ड सेल रेस्ट ऑफ मैलासेज हैं, एपिथेलियल लाइनिंग है, वो कुछ एंजाइम्स रिलीज करती है जैसे कि कोलैजिनेसिस, जिससे सराउंडिंग बोन रिजॉर्ब होने लगेगा एंड सिस्ट एनलार्ज होने लगेगा. राइट. So this is the pathogenesis of the radicular cyst. Basically हम देख रहे हैं कि सबसे पहले इन्फ्लेमेशन रूट कैनाल से पेरियपाइकल एरिया में आया, जिसकी वजह से सेल रेस्ट ऑफ मैलासेज which are nothing but just the remnants of Hertwig epithelial root sheath which are present at the root apex, एपाइकल पीडियल में लोकेटेड होते हैं, वो स्टिम्युलेट होंगे, जिसकी वजह से वो प्रोलिफरेट करेंगे. प्रोलिफरेट करके दे विल फॉर्म द मास ऑफ द सेल्स एट द एपाइकल पार्ट ऑफ द रूट. The surrounding cells of this mass of cell rest of Malassez, they will get proper nutrition from the adjacent or the surrounding blood vessels, but the sufferers are actually the central cells. The central cells, because they are not receiving proper blood supply, so they will undergo ischemic liquefactive necrosis. They will degenerate. They will become dead, right? And this will lead to formation of a cyst wherein we will see the lumen, which is located centrally, lined by, surrounded by peripherally placed epithelium. And then the last step is cyst enlargement, where we saw that जो surrounding cells हैं, जो peripherally placed cells हैं, they release some enzymes like collagenesis, जिसकी वजह से surrounding bone resorb होगा, cyst का enlargement होगा. This can be one of the reason. And another reason we studied that because of high osmotic pressure within the lumen, because of the degenerated central cells, what it will do, it will pull the water, it will pull the fluid from surrounding area and again lead to the enlargement of the cyst. Okay. So what are actually the phases of the pathogenesis of radicular cyst? The first one is initiation. The second one is proliferation. The third one is cyst formation, and the last one is cyst enlargement. Initiation, जहाँ पे इन्फ्लेमेशन की वजह से इनिशिएट हुआ, इन्फ्लेमेशन की वजह से सेल रेस्ट ऑफ मैलासेज की प्रोलिफरेशन इनिशिएट हुई. प्रोलिफरेशन, जहाँ पे स्टिम्युलेटेड सेल रेस्ट ऑफ मैलासेज ने प्रोलिफरेट करा. सिस्ट फॉर्मेशन, जहाँ पे सेंट्रल डीजेनरेटेड सेल्स विच अंडरगो liquefactive degenerative necrosis, उधर ल्यूमन बन गया and surrounding cells are epithelial cells, that is cyst formation, and at last the cyst enlargement because of different reasons. Now let's study the chart जो हम already समझ चुके हैं. So because of some caries or the trauma, the pulp of the tooth becomes necrotic or non-vital, because of which leading to the periapical inflammation. Then this periapical inflammation will actually stimulate the epithelial cell rest of Malassez, which are nothing but the remnants of Hertwig epithelial root sheath, and they are present in the apical area, the apical PDL. And these stimulated cell rest of Malassez, they will proliferate excessively around the root apex and results in the large mass of cells at the peripheral area of the tooth. The peripheral cells of this mass, it gets adequate nutrition from the surrounding blood vessels, but the sufferers are the central cells because they are deprived of the nutritional supply, because of which central cells will undergo ischemic liquefactive necrosis, and therefore the lumen will be formed in the center as in this diagram. Therefore the cyst is formed. Cyst meaning the lumen surrounded by peripheral outline of the epithelial cells. Then comes the last phase, which is cyst enlargement. It's basically expansion of the cyst in size. Why does it occur? It occurs because of degenerated central cells leading to high osmotic pressure within the cystic lumen that actually leads to absorption of further fluid into the lumen from the surrounding area. Also, this is one reason. Another reason could be, in order to accommodate extra fluid, the peripheral cells will secrete some enzymes, for example the collagenase, which in turn will resorb the surrounding bone, therefore facilitating the cyst expansion. So there can be different factors responsible for cyst expansion. Some of them are listed: osmosis or epithelial proliferation. So now the radiographic features of the radicular cyst. कोई केस आता है radicular cyst का, so what you are going to see on an X-ray? You are going to see a well-defined radiolucent lesion. एक proper well-defined radiolucent lesion दिखेगा आपको, which is always associated with a non-vital tooth. या तो आपको कोई caries दिखेगी दांत में because of which the tooth has become non-vital, or the patient will give a history of trauma because of which the tooth has become non-vital. So एक proper well defined radiolucent lesion दिखेगा. Well defined बहुत important word है यहाँ पे. क्यों? Because हमें differentiate करने में help करेगा ये इस cyst को different cyst से. Differential diagnosis में it is very important. वो हम next class में लेंगे, वो हम next video में समझेंगे. But for now just understand that on an X-ray, what we will see, a proper well-defined radiolucent lesion associated with a non-vital tooth. So guys, that was all for today's class. So we will meet in the next video, जहाँ पे हम radicular cyst का further second part पढ़ेंगे, जहाँ differential diagnosis, clinical features and the treatment we will take up. So thank you so much for watching and take care of yourself. We will meet in the next video soon. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and comment down below.